Thank you for joining me once again. I have a very interesting news coming from Russian Federation. The Russian President Vladimir Putin announced today that Russia had successfully and completed the test of a new nuclear weapon called Brozhevnik. This test was completed by the Russian Nuclear Power Unit of the Federation. He said, "This weapon is one of a kind. No other country has it in the world except Russia. The decisive test is now completed." The test of the nuclear weapon took place on the 21st of October 2025. The missile covered 14,000 kilometers before it was deactivated. Vladimir Putin claimed there is no limit to this missile. It can fly 4 times the amount of the distance it covered, but they had to deactivate it due to range constraint, and they have to be really cautious. This is a test launch. It is not an actual attack, so they have to be careful not to go into other people's territory. However, during the flight, that missile covered 14,000 kilometers. The really interesting thing about this missile that had sent a very worrying message to the United States, to the EU, and to those called Russian unfriendly countries is the fact that that missile stayed in the sky for 15 hours. Vladimir Putin is claiming it can stay longer in the sky, but during the test, it stayed for 15 hours. Fly around the Atlantic Ocean, to and fro, and just there, waiting to get information on where to go or where to attack. Obviously, if that missile was to be armed with nuclear warhead, could you imagine for that missile to remain in the sky, going around, just waiting to receive target information, and then off it goes? That is the main characteristics that really worries a lot of weapon experts, and they are calling it a breakthrough in the history of weaponry. And whatever that means, please don't ask me. The fact that that missile can stay in the sky for up to 15 hours, just flying around, waiting to get data information on where to go and attack, that sent a very worrying information to NATO, the United States, and a lot of countries out there. The technical characteristic of this Brozhevnik missile is the fact that